Hello, and thank you for joining us in our podcast called Growth Journey. This is the place where you will start your personal growth and development. I'm glad you're here. I am your host, Cheryl Hart. We have a great lesson today and absolutely guarantee that you will learn something today about surviving and thriving in life. Well, every week, of course, you are learning something. So if you recall the episode on resilience, episode number 9, if you have missed this episode, feel free to go back and re-listen to it again. So in resilience, we briefly discussed the difference between surviving and thriving. So surviving is something that you just do it today and deal with it as it comes. You may or may not learn from this experience, but you tell yourself, well, at least I survived. On the other hand, when you aim or your goal is to thrive, then you are becoming bigger than what the problem is. When you have been thriving all your life, it changes you on how you look at things around you. You don't see challenges as a problem any longer, rather, you see them as an opportunity to learn from what you have experienced. So I thought I'd expand a bit more on this topic so we can have a better understanding on surviving and thriving. So let's first define what surviving and thriving means. So by definition, surviving is to remain or continue in existence or use, to endure or live through an affliction, adversity, misery, or many more. And thriving by definition is to prosper, be fortunate or successful, to grow or develop vigorously, to flourish. According to the article that I've read released by Copra Center, which is titled, Do You Want to Survive or Thrive in Life? Feel free to go in the website and look it up. Do you want to survive or thrive in life? And you will see that the article in there. There are few signs to see if you are living in survival mode. So the first one is you choose the path at least resistance. So this is one of the signs. You choose the path of least resistance, which means you pick the easiest one. You are more reactive than proactive. So this is another sign. And you blame situation or others or find excuses when things go wrong. You feel there is never enough to go around. You don't speak your mind because others might disagree with you. You don't listen to hear, you listen to answer. You see failure as the end result of things gone wrong. And lastly, changes scares you. Take a look and see if or more of these signs are applied to you today or something that you are currently experiencing. I believe that we all started to survive, to live, and there's nothing wrong with that. Truly, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, surviving is our first step towards recovery, especially if we have lost someone who is close to us, either your spouse, your parents, or your brother or sisters, aunts and uncles, cousins, your best friends, and many more. It is necessary to survive because you are taking it one day at a time to live, to heal, to let go of, and to forgive. A lot of this takes time, a lot of time. If you are going through divorce, for example, you are trying to find a way of who you are again, what you need to do next with your kids in tow, if you have any kids, and how to live a single life again and become the sole provider. If you have a cancer, for example, you are trying to live each day and make every day count. So majority of us are surviving at the beginning, especially when you have setbacks. This is where resilience will come into play. How quickly can you get up or get back up, and how fast? And get your feet again in the ground. How quickly can you do that? Perhaps 3 months, maybe 6 months, a year, or 2 years, or more? Sometimes we don't know. Time will tell when we are going to get back up again. So here are some few quotes that I found about surviving. So it says that there's more to life than just surviving, but sometimes just surviving is all you can get. Another one is we can't be in survival mode. We have to be in a growth mode, in which will bring us to thriving. So, thriving by definition is to grow vigorously, to flourish, to be successful, or make steady progress and to prosper. So, how do you know if you are truly living or not? How can you tell if you are thriving? So, here are the 5 things you can do to thrive. So, number 1, every day you wake up with purpose. I repeat that again. Every day you wake up with purpose. I am an early riser. I wake up around 5:30 a.m. even on weekends. Actually, my sleeping in is 7 a.m. I know, it's crazy, right? Because a lot of you sleeping in is 9, 10, 11, or 12 noon. And for me, my sleeping in is 7 for some reason. I like waking up early because if I don't, I feel like I have missed everything on that day. Truly, it's not just me. In fact, majority of successful people wakes up in the morning. Starting from Oprah, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Richard Branson, and many more. They wake up early from 4 a.m., 5 a.m., or 6 a.m. in the morning. They wake up with purpose and they have a routine as soon as they are awake, such as going for a walk or going to the gym or read, meditate, make coffee, have breakfast, or to some, they checking on emails or tackling important matters. So they wake up early because it has been said that willpower is the highest in the morning, in which will leads to a better decision making. To so many, it is difficult to make productive and healthy choices late in the day when your mind is fatigued. So for me, when it's noontime or at least towards the afternoon, I'm already tired, and I cannot, you know, you felt that you feel very tired in the day. So for me, it works early morning. So morning gives you the opportunity to set the tone for the day, and you feel you've accomplished something right away, whether meditating, exercising, doing those important matters. So when you start early, you set off a chain of reactions of other productive behavior throughout the day. And the third one is you accomplish more things by doing this early in the morning since you have less distractions. Although there's sometimes that late at night is all quiet and less distraction. But to me, I work better in the morning. So if you are not an early riser person and cannot tolerate an early wake-up call, well, at least get a great sleep between 7 and 8 hours a day. That will help you to get going throughout the day, and that is your purpose. So your purpose is get a good sleep, have a great routine down, and getting a head start in your day of the things that you want to accomplish for that day. In which will bring us to the number 2, which is feeling fulfilled. You are fulfilled when you do accomplish small things early and you feel good about it. Then you can do the next one, the next task in your list, then do another one. No matter what the size or on your task, either big or small, when you do it in a bite sizes, eventually you will complete them. And when you do complete them, you will feel fulfilled and accomplished. When you feel fulfilled, it will then boost your confidence level that you can do more next time, right? When you do accomplish something, you feel confident. This is the important thing. When you are fulfilled, you feel happy about yourself. You are proud about yourself, of what you accomplished in that day. And you are looking forward to the next one and the next after that. In which it's been said that once your dream is fulfilled, you face another one. You will get another dream, another purpose, and it will keep adding on, and it will never stop to you. And there's no limit on what we can do and what we can accomplish. Well, the only limits in which we put in ourselves is we put limits in ourselves. That's why there's limits, because we created it. In which will bring us to, or take us to, number 3, which is you enjoy life. So when you wake up every day in the morning with purpose, and every day you accomplish something, this will help you to feeling fulfilled, right? You accomplish something, accomplish your purpose, you will then enjoy your life more. You see, when you do this in order, all good things will cascade from here. So start with your purpose, waking up with purpose, then fulfill that purpose, and as a result, you will enjoy your life more. I didn't mention anything about life dramas, right? So life drama situation, relationship with your family and friends or what have you. But don't get me wrong, we have these family dramas in our life. So take a pause for a minute and let me discuss and explain all these family dramas that we got going on, because it's part of our life. It's not always joy and glory. It's not real. We always have dramas and situations in a family and relationships with friends and whoever close to you. And we all have dramas. Of course we do. We all do. We have family and friends, and we are human beings. That's the thing. We are human beings, and as a human beings, we are all emotional creatures, and a lot of them. A lot of them are driven by emotions rather than driven by solutions. Again, a lot of people are driven by emotions rather than driven by solutions. There are some people, there are some, not all of them, just some, who just wanted to complain, to whine, and have a pity party for some reason. But then when you ask them, so what are you going to do about it? And you hear nothing. They just wanted to continue on with the circle of life of emotions. As we have heard in episode number 8, prioritize your life, not just your time. If you recall what I have said there, that if you don't prioritize your life and time, someone else's will prioritize for you. And guess what? More than likely, it's not something you wanted. It will drain you down to their level of emotions, and they will suck the energy out of you. Listen, you can be empathetic, compassionate person, understanding, sensitive. Give them courage when needed and inspire them to get back on their feet. Yes, we should all help. We should help them out and be there for them. However, if this is an ongoing issue and trying to provide them a solution, but they still won't take your advice, and you feel like they just want you to feel sorry for them, then I'm not sure what help you can do for them. They will need to get back up on their own feet. You can help them, but they need to help themselves first. In episode number 9, we've talked about resilience. They need to build their own resilience and to get back up quicker and faster. And don't linger with it. In return, they will enjoy their life more. In my early 20s, I was going through some tough times in my life. No one would like to be in that situation where I am in my life, and I was in early 20s. I don't recall having a pity party for me or just whine and complain about my situations. Instead, I look for solutions. I look for people who can help me to ride the situations with me where I am in, and I build my resilience that way. So if you ask me if I ever had struggle in life, yes, I did. We all did. My struggle in life started since day one, since I was born, and throughout my early 20s. It actually gets worse when I turn 20s. So yes, I struggle, but I didn't linger with it. I build my resilience and get back on my feet quicker and faster as I can. So now, when I am faced with this type of situation, with the circle of life emotions, I remove myself out and trying to find my own ways so I won't get sucked into it. Because I have learned that the more I hang around with this type of situation, the circle of life emotions, it takes me 3 times more to get back up on my emotions and stable. And it's difficult for me to focus on what I wanted to do. It is very difficult to recover than if I didn't get myself involved in the first place. So now I inform them that if you need help or advice, you come to me. If not, then I am free to excuse myself to the circle of life emotions. That's how you block yourself out and keep your focus on your purpose so you can have a fulfilled life and you enjoy more your life. Why? Because building yourself up is a full-time job by itself. When you are in a stage of life that you are stable and you can give more, then give more by all means. Give more. Give more to them, but not until you are equipped yourself to do it. Because here's the truth, and listen to me very carefully. Listen very carefully because this is important, and you might want to write this down. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot make someone else strong and stable if you yourself are not strong and stable. So what we are doing here is to work harder in yourself than anyone else. Okay? You cannot give what you do not have. So let's take a pause for a minute because I think I've got some discovery today about the circle of life emotion. Well, this is new to me, and I must admit that this is what I just created today. I created a phrase that I didn't think I can. That should be another tagline of mine. If you agree, that should be another tagline of mine. And yes, feel free to use it for your own personal growth purpose, and tell them you've learned it from me. Okay, the circle of life emotions. So that's my tagline right there, and you're welcome. Always remember this. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. And stay away from the circle of life emotions as much as you can. So number 4, live your life on your terms. So when you live your life with purpose, you are focused on accomplishing your purpose with action. You are then living in your own terms. Not someone else's term, but it's your own terms. Why? Because A, you have passion. Passion fuels your energy. When you have so much passion, people will see it and felt it from miles away. No one will stop you from doing the things that you are called to do. It's like you becoming a freight train, or if you are car racing. People will say, well, here she comes. Move away, move on the side, because no one will stop you on your track. People will get out of your way because you might run them over. And that's passion. No one can stop you to do the things that you are called to do. And letter B, you got confidence. Self-confidence that are built in small pieces over time. When you walk into the room, people already felt your presence. You don't even have to say a word. They know you are there. Recall the episode number 10 on how to build or improve your self-confidence. And letter C, you get result. In due time, you will get results and accomplishments that you can share to the world and inspire them to live their life on purpose as well and thriving and not just surviving. So you will be the example of that. So number 5, the last piece of this, of thriving, or living a thriving life, is you are progressing. I'm sure you have heard a phrase that says, life is a marathon and not a sprint, which is absolutely true. There's no finish line because, as we have said earlier, once you fulfill that dream, you get to the next dream and the next after that, the next purpose. There's no limits on what we can do, only when you put your limits on yourself. So be limitless. Be limitless. And there's no finish line We are progressing every day in our life. We are running our own race, and we should not, again, we should not compare our race to others because each one of us are in a different stages in our lives. Each one of us are running our own path. They are unique. My path is different than yours, but we've learned and with the same principles and practices, and that's striving. So my final thought on these lessons on surviving and thriving life is every one of us started on survival life, and that's okay. What's not okay is to stay in survival mode for the rest of your life. You have to learn to weed out the unnecessary things that is not conducive for your growth. Our time is here on earth is very limited, so make it a great one. In our premium membership episode, I teach and taught about the law of environment that says growth thrives in conducive surroundings. So how do you determine if you are in the right environment for growth? This is a big one because if you are not in a growth environment, you are surrounded with people who are not growing and always in survival mode and don't want to change and just want to have a pity party all the time, and they are stuck in the circle of life motions. You need to change your environment if that's you. You need to get out of there. You need to change your environment quickly and faster. So if you have not yet joined our premium membership episode, go ahead and sign up today to learn more, and I look forward to see you there. So aim to thrive in your life by living every day and waking up every day with purpose. So the things that will help you feel fulfilled and accomplish, and as a result, you enjoy your life more. Another term for thriving is being proactive, not reactive. So to thrive, be proactive in life. So I hope you have learned something today about surviving in life and thriving in life. So in closing, just a few reminders for you. If this is your first time tuning in our podcast, I thank you and welcome you to our growth journey. You are tuning in because perhaps someone referred you to our podcast, or you have found us in a website or via ad. Whatever the reasons might be, you are tuning in because you knew that you can be more and you have potential to grow, but you just don't know where to start or where to begin and who can help you to get there. I'm glad you're here and made that decision. And feel free to subscribe so you will get notification and keep you up to date for the new episodes that we release every Sundays. And you can listen in anytime you want, and that's the beauty about podcasts. Also, if you think this podcast had helped you in some ways, had inspired you and given you courage, please share this podcast to anyone you know, either your friends, family, colleagues, your neighbor, and please meet people that you just met perhaps, or whoever. Feel free to share this podcast so they too can learn for all the lessons that we are learning here. No matter how old or experienced or young they are, everyone needs to grow. And there are plenty of room to grow and improve. Practice on having abundance mindset and beginner's mindset. There are so many things to learn and to experience in our life and in our world. When you do share our podcast to someone, you too are making a difference to their lives. Our goal of this podcast is to make an impact and make a difference to the lives of others, in one person at a time, one community at a time, and one nation at a time. And the last piece that I would like to mention, that if you would like to start investing in your own personal growth and take this complimentary podcast episode to the next level and help you to become more and to be more, take that next step forward and join my membership program. As a trainer, coach, and mentor, I am now opening up the opportunity for you all to join my membership club. All our deeper dive teaching on the 15 valuable laws of growth today matters, deeper dive on connecting to help you to become a better connector. If you're a leadership to become a better leader for your team, to become a better salesperson so you can sell anything and everything you want, and more importantly, to expand your personal growth and development. And this is for you. In our premium membership subscriptions, we will provide many tools and resources available to you to equip you and to help you reach your full potential. I will share many resources and tools that is only available to our premium membership and many bonuses offerings. So to learn more, you can visit our podcast website at www.cherylhart@padbean.com, and to sign up, you have to be in this website. Our premium membership are not available in iTunes or Google Play, so you have to go to our website at www.cherylhart.padbean.com to sign up and to get more details. You can select either bi-weekly, which is $14 US dollars, or monthly $25 US dollars, or yearly premium subscriptions of $275 US dollars, including a discount. This information are also listed via text box for your reference, so you can scroll down in this episode and you can see all the links in there and information for you. If you truly want to invest in your own personal growth and would like to improve as to where you are today and where you want it to be, join us, and I look forward to see you there. You can also reach me via email address at cheryl@cheryliheart.com, and I would love to hear from you. Any questions, feedback, comments, or share stories, what have you, feel free to send an email to me and I will look for it more. I read them all. So with that, always remember, if you don't invest in your own personal growth, no one will. Take care and be well.